Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday, the 10th of June, and this is our weekly recap. And yep, it's only about 11:15. I'm leaving early and going away for the weekend, but I wanted to get a video out for everybody because I didn't do one last week. I also had to go out. Good morning. It is good morning. If you want to join us, come to smartoptiontrading.com and you get commentary like this, live trading, trade room, option flow, news events, $25 for the first 30 days. Try us out. All right, let's talk about this week on the markets and what's going on and what the driving force has been. So for the last 2 weeks until yesterday, we were stuck in this $10 range from basically 407 to 417.44 on the S&P 500. And yesterday afternoon, we broke. And what do I mean by we broke? Well, we were sitting here yesterday afternoon and it was right here just a little bit before 3 o'clock, about 10 minutes. We broke that 407 level and the volume spiking in, and we broke down ahead of the CPI number today. Today's CPI number was hot. Everybody was hoping that the Fed would, it would show a lower number that would get the Fed to pause. Well, it was expecting 0.7%. It came in at 1%. It was expecting 8.3% year over year, came in at 8.6%. Here's the candle on it. You can see we've been rolling over ever since on big volume today. It is sitting here at 11:15. We've already done 42 million shares plus, and you're probably on hike for 100 million plus day today, if not higher, given the market. Very orderly today, and that's the one thing I would tell you. The selling after that initial down candle has been very, very orderly. We also had consumer sentiment today. It was the worst we've ever seen at 50.2. What that means is the consumer stopping to buying. While that sounds bad, it's actually good because it's going to eventually help stem inflation. When the consumer stops spending money, companies will start cutting their prices back. Things will stop. Demand on oil will drop, but that takes time. So here we are. We have a big gap now to trade against, right? So you can look at this on this chart and say we have a big gap here on the S&P 500 to trade against going into next week. We had the Fed decision on Wednesday. There's nobody out there that doesn't think we don't get a 50-point basis rate hike next week. 383.98, a close under that. We're officially in a 20% correction, bear market territory. 380.54 is the all-time low. We'll see what the market wants to do. Down quite a bit here right now. The only thing I would say is your 14, 15 handles off the 8 EMA on the SPY, and that is a tough spot to get a lot of continuation to the downside, so be aware. The oscillators, which were driving the market higher and were hot, have rolled over, and now we're cooled off to negative 136 here on the New York Stock Exchange and negative 68 on the NASDAQ. These are good things. What else has been going on is some of the things that led us up in this market we've lost it. These are our divergences. HYG, we had this big move, led us up, and here we are crashing down, and we're now taking out the low of the year in this new range. All right, we lost that. The VIX here now spiking to new highs, going for 30. Big move there. The IWM, which also had led us up, we've lost and has rolled back over. Okay, so a lot going on here in this market right now and what's trading. Where do we go from here? I think a lot depends upon how people react to the Fed. I believe you have to find buyers by flushing this market, getting to a spot where they actively want to come in and buy. Amazon this week gave some nice trades earlier on Monday when it did a split, but it rolled over here and has rolled all the way back down and maybe heading for the lows. AMD, despite a pretty good analyst day yesterday, despite lowering guidance for Q3, but maintaining guidance for the year, getting beaten up today with this market. Apple, which had been stronger, has rolled over and is almost back to the lows. And you can kind of see this is what's going on out there. A lot of these names are rolling over. Microsoft as well, rolling back over, big gap down today and roll over. These will be some juicy gaps to play when we come back up. So just keep that in mind. The financials are not participating in this market here at all. Rolled over, they are nearly back to the 52 plus week low. And energy is still kind of holding in, but today has some weakness finally coming into it here as the market rolls down. So with that said, I'm going to wish you guys a good weekend. I'm going to be away. I should be back in time to get a few charts out on Sunday. And if you want to join us, there's a link in the description below to smartoptiontrading.com. I hope you're all well. Members, free. If you need to talk, let me know. I always give you 10, 15, 20 minutes of my time if you guys want to talk. And wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend.